Hello, we're on the red carpet with Kristy Walker, amazing photographer. She's part of the Moments from the Scene Part 2. Kristy, do you have shots up here of a couple local O-side artists as well?
Well, I have definitely shots of Shane Hall, who's obviously, makes Oceanside proud, right? But I have shots of Shane along with Blake Dean, who's in his Shane Hall band, but also Blake plays in a lot of other great bands too. But they played here at this actual theater for Circa 94 show, which was like a tribute to like the 90s Unplugged, MTV Unplugged. You were there.
Yes.
It was a great show. So I did Shane because he's Oceanside artist and he's also a great artist. But I also shows a picture of Rebecca Jade that she lives in North County, but we shot it here in Oceanside. So that's why I included that photo. We basically just she had an El Camino car that was like the inspiration for the shoot. And so we just went around and we found alleyways and buildings and just found a spot with good light and went with the flow. So.
Have you always done music? Like, where did you start getting behind a camera, and how and why music? What speaks about it to you?
No, I did not always do music. I'm pretty late to the game, actually. I kind of wish I discovered this 25 years ago. But I probably only started shooting music 10 years ago. I started off as a photojournalist about 25 years ago. So I've had a long journey in my photography, but music came about, I think, at a time where I call it my midlife crisis. I was a little bit younger than that, but I just needed some inspiration, and I found it was such a cool local music scene here, and I had a lot of musician friends, and it inspired me. They were like the artists I always needed to be around, and they allowed me to be very creative with my photography and create new, basically play in the studio more, do more creative portraits, and it's allowed me to get out and have an excuse to go to a lot of great shows.
And I mean, I don't normally use the girl card. I was just wondering what your thoughts were of being one of the only perspective of a woman's perspective up there on the wall. Do you think that there's a difference, your approach, and what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I'm pretty used to being one of the only women in this industry, right? In film and photography, but I'm sure my perspective is different. I don't know though, because there's some other awesome female photographers out there that shoot live music, that shoot it really a lot like how these guys shoot. Some of the artists on the wall where it's energetic punk, and they still have the same energy. I wouldn't know if it was a man or a woman that shot it, right?
It's just amazing to be proud and be repped, and you're just happy to be there, right? I mean, you just can't live without your camera?
I almost can't live without music and movies. And luckily my camera has allowed me access to these worlds, I don't always have my camera on me, for sure. But I love what I've gotten to do with it, where it brings me, the people I get to meet, the backstage passes it allows me to have. And I guess in the end, sometimes, I always have imposter syndrome, but sometimes I create some cool stuff.
Yeah, well, your work is amazing. It's a point of pride to have you here, and thanks for hanging with us tonight. I hope you had fun. And here we are, we're on the red carpet, Kristy Walker.